Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shifting Tones, a podcast with nerdy tones and shifting topics. I'm your host, Sam, and welcome back to episode 4 of Shifting Tones. And I'm welcomed with my two amazing, wonderful, lovely co hosts, Dee
Hello.
and Steph.
It's me. Hello.
Whoa, we got Mario in the house.
It's me.
How you guys? How you guys doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm doing good. I'm in the groove of things. I'm here. I'm vibing. I'm chilling. I am existing.
Nice. Always good to be existing.
That's right. If you're not existing, what are you doing? You should come to my TED talk on existing. Yeah, 10 helpful steps to exist, and it's only like 3 easy payments of like $995 a month.
But aren't TED Talks
okay.
free?
No, not this one.
Oh.
And it's 3 payments of $995 a month. So, yeah, it's very affordable.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sure people get their money's worth out of that.
Of course. So, Dee, speaking of getting people's money's worth out of things, tell us about your small talk this week.
I got my hair done.
Ooh.
That's the most exciting thing. I just did it today. I took the whole day off work because why not? I had the time off. And it was nice to have time off for like something fun instead of like doctor's appointments or being sick. So, this morning I got my bangs redone so they're not poking me in my eyeballs anymore. And I got pink added into my bangs.
Ooh.
So I really like how it turned out. I'll send you guys a picture.
I'm glad you didn't get pink in your eye.
Okay. Is it the thing you showed me before where it's like the underlayer pink, or is it different?
Yes. It's a little bit different where the pink is underneath my bangs and the parts on the side aren't quite as much as the picture I showed you. If I had my hair up, you can see more pink, but I didn't want to go too ham because my job is still like professional and I am still slightly anxious about it, even though my boss is the one who's been encouraging me to get fun colored hair. I just have anxiety. So until I don't get in trouble for this hair, then maybe next time I'll get more.
Nice.
That's a good idea. Have you guys ever had like really bad haircuts before where you went in with like, hey, here's a photo of what I want, or you tell them exactly what you want and you come out looking like a doofus?
That's the sole reason why I grew out my hair. Remember how short it was way back in
I
college?
remember.
Oh, yeah. You had like a pixie cut.
Yeah, and the lady had no idea what she was doing with a pixie cut. You could tell she just never cut one in her life. And she gave me the most atrocious hair. Thank God I was moving abroad to Spain, so no one I knew could see me. And the whole time I lived in Spain, I just let it grow out. And then I came back to the country, and I'm like, yeah, no more short hair for me.
No more short hair. Larissa had that same problem, and she found out going to a barber was actually like the best way to maintain a pixie cut, actually, because they were just like, yeah, we cut short hair, and they would just make it real nice and not like too masculine looking, because she wanted it more feminine still with her pixie cut. And they did a good job. What about you, Dee?
There was one time in high school or even middle school. Yeah, middle school. I had really, really long hair. I'd go through phases where I'd have really long hair and then I would chop it off at like my shoulders. This was one of those times where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to go pretty short and like donate my hair because I had never donated my hair before. Right. And so I was wishy-washy, indecisive was my peak indecisiveness back then. And the lady just went choop and cut like a chunk of my hair.
Nice.
And was like, oh, well, at least you're getting at least that much off. And I was like,
oh, jeez.
What? And then I did cry a little bit the entire rest of the time. I was like, can you just cut my hair and make it all one length, please?
Aww.
And I was crying and my mom's like, are you okay? And I was like, I just want to leave.
Aww.
Because I'm not that emotionally attached to my hair. I just didn't like the choice being taken away from me.
Right.
And at the time I didn't know how to express that. My aunt also went to that hair salon and ended up like causing a ruckus about that hairstylist. So she was
ruckus.
Yeah, she was very nice, the lady, afterwards, but I like pretty much ignored her and was like, I'll go to literally anyone else but her, because there's like 2 hair salons in my hometown. So like, and this was like, and there was 3 and 2 of them were great clips or sports clips. So like, or I'm paying out the wazoo, and mom wasn't going to do that for like a middle schooler, so.
I had
So,
many a bad bowl cuts when I wanted the Bieber swoop back in the
classic.
day, you know? And they're like, "Yeah, oh no, we know what you want. Hold on, let me get my best bowl out and just throw that on your head real quick." Steph, speaking of speaking,
Yeah.
what's your small talk? Yeah.
um, let's see. This past weekend we went to the in-laws, so that was a fun 4-hour drive to get up there.
Oof.
Mhm.
Yeah, so but it was nice. It was just a little small visit. My husband took off the an extra day so we could spend an extra full day up there, so that was nice.
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 Yeah, so it was just it was just a simple little visit. There's not we just literally sat there and drank coffee all day, so there wasn't much like that we did.
Mhm.
So that
Well,
was
I mean, it's
it.
still fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I know we were all supposed to get together for a Shifting Tones meetup,
Mm,
but
Yeah, I did
things
have to
happen.
Yeah.
cancel that because it was like,
samesies.
ooh.
Yeah, I mean, schedules and
Yeah.
everything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But next time,
Yeah.
soon,
Next time.
right?
Soon.
Two
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
weeks.
soon.
2 weeks. Yeah, 2
2
weekends from now.
weeks confirmed.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
This time
By the
it's
time you listen to this,
Sam's
it's
Shifting
probably
Tones
this
meetup.
weekend. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
It'll be the Flag Day party that we host every year.
Or
Not
it's already happened.
You never
right,
know.
or it's already happened, depending on when this is coming out.
Haven't decided. Still pending.
And as
TBD.
we've talked about before in the past, Flag Day party not celebrating specifically just the American flag, celebrating flags around the world, and everybody dresses up to look like the flag, not in the cultural, appropriation style of the culture, but the flag itself, and it makes a dish to represent that country. Very fun. You guys should host your own if you haven't yet, and if you do in the future, show us on social media, tag Shifting Tones, that you did your Flag Day party. We'd like to see it.
What about you, Sam?
Okay. Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
just making sure that was all you had. My small talk this week. Let's see. Let me close up my little timer to keep we're on track and see what I wrote down in my notes at my controversial corner app.
Wow. The
Controversial corner.
host unprepared?
No,
Question
no.
mark?
Or
No.
you could argue extra prepared. He wrote it down.
Oh, that's
And has
that's
a timer
fair.
this time.
Super prepared. Nope. Turns out I don't have anything down because it's the same thing I had last week. So let's see. What am I upset about this week? I don't have anything specific, but I was in line at our local bakery slash pastry shop the other day, and I was the last person in line. There was about 3 or 4 people in front of me, and there was a lady sitting at the counter, like with her son or something like that. And all of a sudden, while I'm sitting there, she gets in front of me, between the person in front of me and me, and was like, "Oh, sorry, I haven't ordered yet." And I'm like, "There's no one behind me." I didn't say anything because I was like, "Yeah, this is my local bakery. I don't want to start anything." And then I look in front of me and she's wearing a hoodie that says, whoever, to the person that's like behind me reading this, I hope you have a horrible day. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
crazy.
God.
was this
Is that a social experiment?
Yeah. Am I on Punked right now, or like what's the 60-minute, like, what would you do kind of situation? It was
Oh my
infuriating, but
God.
also just like one of those like little inconveniences because I still got my pastry. It's not like she ordered everything on the
Yeah.
menu and I couldn't get anything. But that's happened before, where there's like a single Boston cream donut left or a single scone left that I'm specifically looking for, and the person in front of me is like, "Oh, I'll take that." Which, if there's only one left, yeah, it is what it is. But I've seen times where people have ordered like, "Oh, you have this special thing? I'm just gonna take everything, all of the one you have of that special, because you're only
Mm.
making one of it." They buy all of it. So
That's just
upsetting.
super weird that she'd like
Yeah.
pop in right there.
It was weird,
then
yeah.
Also be wearing that shirt at the same time.
Right, like, what a wild shirt to own to begin with. Like, think I've seen similar shirts where it's like, I hope the person reading this has a wonderful day. And I'm like, you went out of your way to make it negative.
Yeah.
Crazy. Speaking of crazy, our topic today is bonkers.
Whoa.
Yeah, in a good way, of course. And that is tabletop games or board games in general. And I say tabletop games because I like to include other games that aren't necessarily board games on this topic, such as card games, chess-like games, anything that you can play on a tabletop, but separate from tabletop role-playing games. So I'm not going to get into D&D or Pathfinder or things like that. So that's what we're talking about today. Guys, I know we play a lot of board games together, usually forced by me. Um, Dee, you guys have a lot of board games. You have a pretty good selection. Steph, you have Roller Coaster Tycoon, the board game.
Yes,
So that's
I
exciting.
do.
And checkers, right? You got checkers?
I don't know if I actually have checkers. I know it's at my mom's house. I
Rough.
can go
But
get
you're
it.
just-
She
No,
has
no, it's
access to
fine.
checkers.
You did get a new board game recently, right? Wingspan?
Yes. My sister got us hooked on it, actually.
Very excited to try that game when we
Nice.
hang out because I've been presented to play the game multiple times and never have played it, just inconveniences. And it looks really fun. And I know there's like Fish Span or what's it called? Fin Span, maybe?
Fin
Span.
Span. And then there's also, I forget what the official title is, but there's a dragon version as well.
Worm Span.
Yes, which I don't know why it's called that, but sure.
Dragons are called worms in some...
it's a specific kind of dragon, to be a little
I don't think it has like arms or legs.
It has two. I'm pretty sure there's a difference between dragons that have no legs, dragons that have 2 legs, and dragons that have 4 legs.
Listen, I may
there's
be nerdy.
like 100 different
There's
types of
a whole
dragons.
different. You have.
I
There's
may
like
be nerdy, but I'm not
there's
dragon nerdy.
yeah. There's like dragons, worms, and wyverns. So
Yeah, have you not read
wyverns.
Dragonology, the book, Steph?
Sorry, I'm not a scaly like someone here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. In Pride Month, really? No.
Pride Month.
Yeah, I have a ton of board games. I have a huge selection, and I really got into it. We had a big board game selection growing up in our upstairs hallway closet, where we would keep like our bath towels and stuff was actually where we kept our board games. And there was a lot of older ones that my parents kept and some new ones like trying to think. We had a Small Soldiers Risk game. I don't think that we even ever opened, but it was in the closet. We actually had a Ouija board game that was produced by, I think, Parker Brothers produced that back in the day, or Hasbro. I'm not sure which one. But I love board games. Do you guys have a favorite board game?
Ooh. That's a hard one. I feel like, because like, I think for me, it kind of switches around because like as of right now, Wingspan is my most recent board game I've played, but it's also like super fun. And I'm like, ooh, let's play that.
I know you love Phase 10.
God, no. Well, that's not a board game, it's a card game.
Tabletop game, yeah, sorry, yeah.
I do like the One Piece card game, if we do talk about that. I don't know what my favorite would be. I don't know. That I don't think I've ever considered that as like a valid question to be like, what's your favorite board game or tabletop?
That should be like top 5 questions you ask somebody, like when you're making a friend or on a first date or something like that. You know, number 2, what's your favorite board game? Number 1, have you murdered anyone?
I'm gonna
read
this
kind of tell you a lot about the person. Okay, so I know my family is obsessed with Phase 10. I know you hate it, Steph, because it involves math, but
had a horrible
and lots
time.
of numbers. But we've played for hours and hours. I've only won once out of the bajillion times I've played it. So we always play it. My mom loves card games. Her favorite game, besides Phase 10, is actually Yahtzee, and we played it so much growing up that my brothers hate Yahtzee.
I really thought you were going to say euchre. I thought that was your mom's
My
favorite.
grandparents were big euchre, and my mom likes euchre, but she prefers like Yahtzee in Phase 10. Though supposedly she ran an underground euchre tournament, like gambling thing in high school. That's how she earned money. And I was like, and you thought I was a bad kid for getting a B in government class? Cool.
We are not the same.
I know growing up, we had a lot of board games so that we played with like the neighbor kids, or my mom just loved them growing up. So we played one of my favorite games. I only ever played it like twice, was Mousetrap.
Oh yeah,
my mom hated it because she had to put it all together because I was so young and I didn't know how to put it all together. She pretty much banned me from playing it because I kept asking her to reset up everything.
That was a wild time for board games when you had to build the board game, like
and it was complex.
Mousetrap. What's the Chutes and Ladders? Do you have to put anything out there? Or Life? You have to put a lot of plastic pieces on there.
Life has some.
Not nearly as bad as Mousetrap.
Not nearly as much as
it's the worst. Yeah,
but I did like Candyland. I was a classic Candyland gal.
It's a good
classics.
It's a good like kid game. Okay, I thought of my favorites.
Okay.
Okay. Favorite card game is 500. I don't know if it goes by any other
You just made that up.
No, that's what my family always called it. It was 500. I don't know if it's called Rummy. Maybe some other people
Okay,
might know
well,
it as
Rummy's an
that.
actual card game. How do you play 500? Like, very basic rules.
Explain
What do
it,
you do?
yeah.
You basically just you put down 3 sets of the same number, or you put down like the same ascending suit, like 3,
Okay,
4,
yep.
5, and then you can pick up cards or draw one, and then you have to trash one.
Can
And
you
then
play on other players after they sit down?
Yes, and then
Steph, that's phase 10.
No, it's
it's different.
Actual
Phase
cards.
10 is pretty much a type of, they're all versions of Rummy.
Right, it's all
much,
Rummy stuff, but...
So.
Okay, so it's the OG then, Rummy.
Yeah.
But we always called it 500 because you have to win to get 500 points. That's what my family called it. But my favorite actual board game is Battleship.
I love Battleship.
Oh,
It's a classic, simple game. Strategy, and then like the adrenaline of like you're battling one-on-one.
The adrenaline.
It is. And then you're
Especially
trying
when you get down to just the little tiny two-peg boat, and you're like, where is it?
I think that's my favorite.
That's an interesting choice.
I have Battleship. I bought it at like some store like 3 years ago because I was like, I haven't played it since, but I just like knowing that I have it.
Mm-hmm.
Dee, did you actually say what your favorite was?
Currently my favorite game, I guess I have different favorites depending on the situation. Like if we have a lot of people playing a game, I really like Telestrations, especially the After Dark version for adults. It's so funny, and whether you can't draw or can draw, and honestly, it's kind of better if you can't really draw. It's so good. You just rotate, like you get a prompt, you draw it, and then you pass it on to the next person. You write down what you think is happening. And then you pass on to the next person. They can only see the previous one. So you get to see like how something like blossoms into something wild.
And we'll probably be playing that at the Flag Day party, hopefully.
So good.
I forgot about that game.
It's so fun.
That one's a good one.
And then, but most recently, we played it when Sam, you, and Larissa came up to visit me and Andy. We played a game called Canvas, and it's a game where you are an art person at an art gallery, and your goal is to create 3 paintings, and you get like these background cards that have like abstract painted backgrounds, and then you get these like clear cards that you slide into a thing to like overlap your background, and you create different a little case, and each card has different symbols, and you want to get the right symbols in the right order to get the most points and win the game. And I just thought it was really fun and chill, and I love the art on it.
Yeah, Canvas is a very fun game. I really enjoyed playing with you guys. It's a very unique game that I've never played anything like that before, and I think it's a very interesting concept for a board game because it's unique to that game. I mean, there's other games where you make images and different things, but not in that sense. So that was really cool. Mine, I've been really into Mysterium. I think it's one of my absolute favorite games. I love it, even though there's a lot of heated times with it when I'm the ghost specifically. Because people just assume that I'm trying to do something very specific. So in Mysterium, there's like a murder that happened, and you're trying to solve the murder, very similar to Clue, where there's a person, a weapon in a room, and everybody's trying to figure it out. But everybody has their own person, their own room, and their own weapon to guess. And then as the ghost, you're giving them very vague pictures of abstract images to try to help them guess the clue, guess the person, and narrow it down. And everybody's working as a team. But you're only given what you're given. You only draw a certain amount of cards. You can replace them 3 times throughout the game, but that's through the whole game. So people are like, oh, Sam's clearly doing a color thing. All the cards he gave me have a little bit of red in them, so I'm going to go with the person that has a red background on their card. And then I'm like, no, this person has a fork in their hand, and the person is a chef. Come on, you can figure it out. And
did you have us play it or no?
You've played it before, I'm pretty sure. I know.
I cannot remember.
Okay. Well, maybe
I don't know if you've played. Yeah, both me and Sam own it, so
I know
at some point I'll need to play it then.
Yes.
I know your husband's played it because we played it on Tabletop Simulator not too long ago.
You did. That was last time. That's where a lot of yelling happened.
That was very fun.
It's pretty entertaining.
And as a card game, euchre, of course, that's I love euchre. Started playing that in college, and it's very addicting. Nobody ever wants to learn the game. Everybody thinks
It's
it's a
so
hard game to learn.
competitive. No, I'm
It's
scared from my experiences with my grandparents being very serious about it. So,
I mean, it's definitely a competitive game, and there's a lot of strategy in it. But I don't know. I think it's a simple game to learn. But if I bring it up anywhere, I'm like, hey, does anybody know how to play euchre? Just to see if anybody would like to play a quick game, because it is quick. And everyone's like, I don't want to learn the rules. I'd rather walk into traffic. And I'm like, okay, come on, what the heck?
Is that the one where it's like you have a partner and you have to come up with signs to match? Or
No, I
no?
told you that the signs was what we did in college to cheat. Every once in a while, but
I think there is a game I used to play that I don't know. It goes by different names, but we called it Kemps, and it was kind of like
Oh
euchre.
yeah, it's
Yeah, where you
kind of
had
like
a
that.
partner and you had to get a set of 4, and you kind of had to alert your partner that you had a
Mm-hmm.
set of 4 without. Yeah, I played that at lunchtime like nobody's
Yeah,
business.
I
I've
played
never
that
played
all
that.
the time. Oh yeah, it's a card game and it's like you
Yeah.
play 4 people at a time and you are partnered with someone and you have to create like a sign to let them know that you have the set and you're like, we got it, we got it. And I might like our secret sign might be I stick my tongue out at the person.
Oh,
But
okay.
the
So it's
other
very
that
people,
subtle.
yeah, the other people have to be like, they can call you out if they figure out, like, oh, that's the sign. Like, they have a
Mhm.
secret thing, and then they have their own that you got to figure out. It was really fun.
We played at lunch, and one of the times the guy was trying to thought he was kicking his friend underneath the table, but he was actually kicking me. So he couldn't understand how I knew he was kicking his friend, but it was just
That's
he was
so
kicking me.
good. That's really good. Hey,
It's a
come
really
on,
fun
buddy, you get the
one.
sign, right? Nope.
When you said like playing at lunch, I didn't play it at lunch, but another kind of like card game that I used to play with people at school, it was on the bus, was Spoons.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
we
spoons
got we
is
got in
great.
trouble for playing spoons once.
Yeah, that game is deadly.
We played it with Sharpies because we didn't want to break like spoons,
Right.
or it was at lunchtime, so we played Sharpies, but you'd have to write the word spoons on your hand if you lost that round. That's how we did
It's
it.
pretty good
Um,
punishment.
yeah, it's good
Yeah, I
time.
mean, I think, with card games like euchre or these games that your grandparents teach you, they're always fun and you have like these memories. Like everybody had like Steph, you guys played 500. Like growing up, we played Blitz, it was called. Some
Mm.
game that my grandparents taught us that probably people have played but called something else. And Dee,
Mm-hmm.
your family probably
Mhm.
has your guys' card games or Kemp, whatever you just said, at lunch.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that's a very cool thing, and I think board games in general are cool and something fun to be nerdy about. Um, I really have been getting more into strategy games lately, and I think that's very difficult to get people to play. Like if it was up to me, I would have a bi-weekly or monthly or weekly, even if I could, board game night where it's like, hey, it's Friday at like 6 o'clock. Everybody comes over, play for like a few hours, have some pizza and drinks, and we play board games. We like somebody brings a different board game every week. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is all of our friends are either live far away
Mhm.
or busy with a lot of things going on because they're adults. Um,
Mhm.
but I have a lot of free time, and I want that to happen. So if you want to make that happen, just let me know. 'Cause I'd be a happy boy.
Yeah, let me just get in
That'd
Um,
my
be fun.
car. Let me just get in my car and travel every time.
Well, isn't that
or
why we
Steph,
got into Tabletop Simulator besides playing multiple various versions of Guess Who?
Do you
yeah,
feel
we
like
love Guess Who.
tell people who might not know what that is? The
Guess Who?
listeners. No,
Okay,
not
so
guess who. No, the simulator
Tabletop
thing.
Simulator?
yeah,
Yes.
Tabletop
So,
Simulator is a modern way to play board games with your friends online. So it's through Steam, um, and you just can download pretty much any game into it as long as somebody's made it for the game. So there's like
mhm,
mechanics you can use to build games in it, and you could probably build your own board game into it if you'd like to. And I know there's other board game style simulations out there on Steam, but this is, I
mhm.
think, the most common one. And I mean, it's got every game that I've searched up so far is on it.
Yeah, I
Dice
think
Throne, Guess Who? What do we play? Catan.
Catan. I think that there's even a moment where YouTubers were into it too. Like they would play Cards Against Humanity, they would play Uno, and other games like that too,
Oh yeah,
using Tabletop Simulator. It's been around for years, but we only recently kind of rediscovered it.
Now
But yeah,
I've
so
never done it or played on it. Now,
Hmm.
the question, I guess, for you two who have,
Yeah.
does it take away from the board game playing experience, in your opinion? Like, because it's all fully online, it's on a computer, you're not like physically manipulating game pieces or things like that, and it's not
Um,
obviously in person. Do you feel like the experience of playing a board game online with friends is different than
I
in
Well,
probably have a different
person?
opinion than D. I'll let D go first.
um, maybe in some ways, like I would always prefer to hang out with friends in person, but with the way life is at the moment, and I might as well use the technology we have to spend time with people. So I will say it can get a little dicey when the game doesn't work quite right. So that might, or we're learning how to figure out how to just use what commands to like draw a card or make it so we can't see each other's hands.
Right.
But I mean, that's no different than trying to peek at your partner's cards, like while playing a card game or something like that. But there is a button to flip the table, so that is
That is fun. Yeah.
so I can do that in that instead of in real life because I would never do it in real life. You can just reset it in the
Mm.
game, so that's pretty funny.
In my opinion, very kind of similar to D. I prefer for sure playing in person, and I think what it is, it's the camaraderie. It's the sitting down with your friends and having a drink and hanging out and laughing and talking and like being able to play in the moment. And I think the biggest thing for playing in person, the biggest difference is like the focus of it. Like, hey, if we're coming over for a board game, like I'm not gonna like take it super serious. Like if I want to have board game nights regularly, it's more or less because I want to hang out with my friends, but I also love board games. So I want to try something new and play something new. It's
Mhm.
that you're focused, you're there to play the game and also talk and hang out, but you can pay attention and do things as opposed to if we're playing online, people could be playing another game on their computer or like not paying attention. And it's still fine
Mhm.
because we're still talking and hanging out over Discord and having a good time. It's just you don't have that human to human interaction as you do in person. So it's a little different, but it's still nice that as far as like distance goes and stuff, we can get together and do it. So I think it's worth it if you have friends that you like to play board games with and you can't see them on a regular basis or often maybe they live a state away or out of the country or something like that and you guys have a like-minded um enjoyment of board games. It's a good way to do it. Or even just simple card games like Dee said, there's
Mhm.
Uno, there's probably Go Fish and
Yeah,
War and simple
I'm
games like
pretty
that.
sure there's just like there's even chess and checkers
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Would you
Um
say, I was going to change the topic now. I'm interviewing you, Sam, the host,
oh
because
okay.
I know you're
Yeah.
nerdy about board games. I was going to say, do you feel like you'd be this nerdy of about board games had you not had a big like upbringing with board games?
I don't know. I'd like to say yes because in college, my sophomore year, I met a group of people who were really into euchre, and we started playing euchre a ton, and then we started playing um more board games. As I think, also it's a correlation of when timing was, and I know that sounds lame, but like it was, hey, at that time, the 2010 2012 era is when Cards Against Humanity came out. And I don't know exactly when it came out, but that's when it started getting popular and everybody was playing it. And so there was this newfound interest in card games and board games. And so we started playing a bunch of loaded questions. We started playing What's Yours Like and started playing Telestrations and those kind of games in college. And it got me more into board games. And I was like, oh, I want to see what else is out there. And then we found Catan, and I started playing Catan, and it kind of just progressed. But I think I always had that from growing up and playing. My dad has a huge board game collection, um, probably bigger than mine if I had to guess, and a lot of his are vintage games. He has the Mad Magazine game, which I've made you play before, Steph,
I
right?
do remember that one, yes.
It's a wacky game with the rules don't make any sense. A game called Bonkers, The Big Deal. Let's see, I'm trying to think of some of these other old ones.
Ones that no
Dealer's
one's heard
Choice, where you
of,
sell cars.
basically.
Yeah, yeah, games from the '70s where it's like, there's one called Masterpiece where you're an art dealer and you're trying to buy and sell famous works of art, but they could be fakes and you don't know what you're buying, and like just weird games like that were popular back then. And so
Hmm.
we still go over to his house and play those today. Like this past Friday, I went over and we played Dealer's Choice, and then we played a newer dice game called Quicks, where you roll different colored dice and try to get certain numbers.
Hmm.
So we do it pretty fairly often with like with my dad and stepmom. Like we play probably at least once a month we get together and do a little board game day. That's probably my my board game thing, but they don't like strategy games in the same way that I do.
Mm.
Because I have Lizard Wizard and Raccoon Tycoon and Mysterium, and I just bought 3 new boxes of Dice Throne, and these are like more strategy games that I really want to play and have somebody play who's also very interested in it. So, our friends Tommy and Courtney, they're huge board game fans. Like if they see a new board game they like it, they go get it. And then we come over and we test it out, and we'll bring board games to and from each other's house. They're very busy lately, and they have very busy work schedules, but we get together and it's like, no time has passed and we just jump into a new board game, and it's so fun. And I think the biggest thing, if you're going to play a new board game and you're the one that wants to play the board game, read the rules. Read them ahead of time and make sure you understand them and you can explain them easily. And that's something that I think, like I said, Tommy and Courtney do very well. If we go over to play a new board game, they know the rules ready to go like the back of their hand. And I try to do the same thing. That way it's a more enjoyable experience. Because if we sit down and it's like, all right, guys, let's play Gloomhaven, this $300 game that's like takes up an entire table. I don't want to sit there and read the rules for 3 hours and nobody pay attention.
I think that's
nobody's gonna know how to play the game.
That's the worst part about games, is just learning the rules.
Learning the rules, especially if they're longer. Like Mysterium does take a minute to like understand what's even happening.
Right. And the setup looks so complex. There's all these pieces and little tokens and stuff. And a lot of times, if I look at the back of a war game and I see all these wooden little tokens and pieces, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. But then you play the game and it's actually really fun.
Yeah. Is there a board game or like a type of board game that you just don't like? Because I know I like some strategy games, but like I'm not a huge fan of Risk or like
war
I
games.
guess like that game, or I have a special place for how I detest the game Trouble, because I had to play it for one of my jobs.
Yeah.
With a client so many times, and just hearing the little pop thing of the freaking like middle of the dice rolling. I think it still it still triggers me to this day. Like I don't want to ever play that game again. And it's not necessarily that entertaining after I've played so many other fun games. It's like, do I really want to waste my time playing this like dice roll where I'm just using a little thing to pop and make a really annoying noise to roll a dice when I could just roll a dice? Yeah, no.
That's a good question, because I feel like almost every game I've played, I've enjoyed. I'm trying to think if there's a game I've played where I was just like, man, that was excruciating and boring and just like not fun. And I know there's like this old style of games that are like war games, and it's kind of what started like board game conventions and board game competitions, where it's like you have a huge rule set and like the whole thing is just reading rules and like creating war strategies.
That'd be a no from me, dog.
I think the ones I always put back are the ones with a lot of specifically like wooden meeple pieces, like small wooden tiles. I guess I have a game called Azul. It's a very popular game, probably one of the most popular modern board games out there. And it's just, you have a little card and you have images and you're trying to like grab things out of a bag and like match these tiles or whatever. You're grabbing tiles and putting them on a thing. I'm not a huge fan of like tile-based like little piece games, but then at the same time, like I love Catan. I love a Raccoon Tycoon and stuff like that. Like what are those types of games called? Come on, Dee, help me out.
I'm trying to think.
So it's just gotta make sense and be fun and be a good game. Basically, is what I'm hearing. No bad tile game, good tile game only.
Good tile game only. It has to be something that like people are having fun with. Because if other people aren't having fun and I can see it on their face, then I'm not going to have fun. And it's like, well, why are we doing this? Like, if I bring out a new board game and I'm like, hey guys, can we try to learn this new board game? Like, when Dee and Andy, you guys came over, not too long ago, maybe a few months ago, we played Raccoon Tycoon or Lizard Wizard, one of those. And I was like, okay, I'm nervous. I don't know if they're actually going to enjoy this or if they're just being nice. And I think you guys enjoyed it, right? Or at least you told me at the time.
We did. We did. We enjoyed Lizard Wizard and Raccoon Tycoon. They're both pretty fun games. And the art is really fun too on all those cards.
Yeah, and they seem very complex when you set it up. There's like 6 different decks and you're kind of doing your own thing. Oh, I remember. Okay, game I hate and I like have zero desire to play, and there's so many of them and people love it. Villainous. I think Villainous is one of the most boring
I've
games
seen them.
I've ever
I've never played it.
I've tried to play it like 3 or 4 times, and I swear I've fallen asleep actually every time I start playing it.
Oh
Like,
my god.
and I don't know if it's because we started playing it at night, or if it's just like we're already playing other games. And sorry to anybody listening that likes Villainous. And there's tons of different ones. It's Disney villains, and
Oh, yeah, I definitely have seen those.
I love the type of game. A lot of times where like you're kind of doing your own thing. You have a card and you have like different skill sets that you're supposed to do, and you're like your goal is to win the game, like take out other players, but you're focused on your own little thing. Normally, I love that. That's what Dice Throne is. With like D&D style characters like wizards and sorcerers and stuff like that. But something about Villainous, I've just fallen asleep literally every time I've played it and have put it away. I don't think I've ever gone through a game, and something about it just annoys me. It's like my ick for board games. So yeah, that one. Do you guys have a game you've hated to play that you don't like besides Phase 10 stuff?
Oh, Phase 10. That's my biggest one. I don't even know what it was about. I couldn't
It's Rummy.
win. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get past what, Phase 1?
Yeah,
No,
I guess that's
we
the big
came to
negative
find
for
out
it.
you were doing it wrong. That's the problem, is you weren't playing it.
You weren't
didn't
going up the
understand
phases like you
rules.
should have been. I think we talked about that last time we played it.
Yeah.
Well,
we did.
sometimes it's like when I play board games, sometimes they make me feel dumb as hell, and then I get frustrated, and then I don't like playing them. Because like sometimes it's like it's so complex, then I'm like, oh, I don't know, and then I give up because I get frustrated.
Oh, I get it. I mean, like I said, I think for board games, you have to be in the right headspace and people have to want to play, especially if you have a larger group of people. Like, that's why games like Telestrations, Cards Against Humanity, like those big party games are easier in larger
party
groups.
games.
But if you have like 4 people, that's a perfect strategy size board game. Or like simple classic board game, like a Monopoly, 4 people. Like, you don't want to go 6, 7 people on that kind of game.
6.
You couldn't. Oh my god! I was just about to say you couldn't pay me to play Monopoly.
That was my favorite game for the.
It's such a
growing up.
boring board game, and people get so mad about it. I just wasn't. I guess my entire family was so competitive that I was like, well, I'm never going to win, so I just wasn't competitive for that board game. And I don't know.
No, I agree. The older I get, the more I don't like Monopoly. It was my favorite board game growing up, but now that I'm older, I try to strategize it more. Now I'm like, well, I'm not going to sell it. Why would I sell you a property? Why would I make a deal with you? This is my own interest. I'm becoming a capitalist right now, like money-hungry billionaire that's just going to hoard his wealth like a dragon.
I think the last time I played Monopoly, I purposely, like, someone was being a real, like, turd about it, so I was like, fine, I'll just sell all my stuff to this other person. So now they're winning. How do you feel? You feel bad? They got really mad. Yeah, I got petty because I was like, I don't care, but you care too much. So, and I was fed up. And also, I think it was like, 10 o'clock at night and in college, probably. I had classes in the morning,
Right. I got one thing to end it on as far as board games go. There's a new board game I just got advertised for the other day, a video, and I watched the whole video of it. And I think it's really fun. And I don't know if I could ever get people to sit down and play it with me because it looks complex, but I don't think it really is. I think it's called Shug, Shug. Kind of similar to that Mad Magazine game stuff, where like there's silly rules like, hey, you have to stare without blinking for like 2.5 minutes. And if you can do that, you can move ahead like 2 spaces. But you can also just move around the board willy-nilly. So there's a trail that you're supposed to follow, and you have to go defeat the evil boss at the end. And the board's pretty big, but you can go off trail. And if you go off trail, you encounter monsters and stuff like that. So it's very fun. It looks like it's there's a lot of different elements to it, but it looks funny and strategic and a little complex, but also like pretty simple to understand. So as soon as it comes out, I think I'm going to buy it. I have one more last thing. Second last thing.
Okay.
I bought my dad for his birthday a board game I found on eBay called Is the Pope Catholic? And it was from 1983, 82. And it's a huge board game. And we opened it up the other day just to look at it. And it says it's a trivia game, but a lot of times it's just like, here's an interesting fact about Catholicism. And then there's like random like trivia questions you have to know. And there's like no multiple choice. And you have to go around the board. And once you go around the board, which looks like it's probably 60 plus spaces, then you can put your other pawn on the little track to move up the ladder of Catholicism. So you start out as an altar boy.
Oh my god.
And then you go out to like a helper and then a priest and then a deacon and and all the way up to Pope. The goal of the game is to become Pope. And I'm like, This seems like it would take hours and hours to
I
play. If you hate Monopoly, you'd hate this.
I think I've played that.
There's no way, Steph.
I hope you have. Go ask your mom.
I'm pretty sure my mom made us play because she's Catholic and I was raised Catholic. I'm pretty sure we sat down and played it because it
Oh my
talks
gosh, you have
about.
to ask her.
Oh,
I need to
we have
verify.
to know.
If not, it was a different Catholic game.
Oh, all those Catholic games out there.
I know,
Yeah.
but like,
Oh my god.
you're talking about this, and I'm like, wait a minute.
It sounds so familiar.
No, but
That's
I will
crazy.
ask my mom.
I'll send you a picture of what it looks like too, so you can show her.
Okay.
But that's all we got for board games. It felt like we flew by because it's like one of the things I'm nerdiest about. So it felt like I could talk about this probably for hours and just go through literally all the board games on my shelf and explain them to you and tell
But
you.
no one's got that time.
Right? Yeah, nobody's got that time. Like listening to the rules of a board game. So, so here are the 3 things I'll leave you with. 1, read the rules, explain them to your friends ahead of time. 2, try board games. They're fun. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it again. You can just go trade it in or sell it or leave it on your shelf or whatever. And 3, it's good for camaraderie. It's good to have friends around you and play. If you don't have friends, maybe it's a good way to make friends. I don't know. Buy a board game. So thank you for listening. You can follow us on social media at Shifting Tones Podcast or Shifting Tones Pod or whatever. Send us an email. I don't care. shiftingtonespod@gmail.com. Send us your spam, whatever. I don't care. Follow us individually. Don't send us individually spam, but you can follow us individually. Me at Sir Captain Sam, D at DLiz13creates on Instagram, and Spiffy Steffi over on Tumblr.
Woohoo!
We'll bring you a brand new exciting topic next week. I believe Steph is our host, and
Yes,
she's going to
sir.
be talking about armpits. She loves
God,
armpits.
no.
That's such a random and why.
Couldn't think of anything like
He's
out
mad
there
that I
in
called him a
armpit.
scaly still.
Steph's
Oh
a
yeah,
pity.
it's the revenge.
Steph's all into pits. Pity.
Ew.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Pity Steffi. That's her new name.
Pitbull.
Pitbull. Oh yeah, she's
Got it.
really into
Mr.
Pitbull,
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. All right, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.